Altruism is a reason of vows, why we serve others. March 3, 2018. By Angel V. Ornedo Jr. Service to others. We wonder why we serve others more than we serve ourselves. We find ways to help others despite lack of material wealth. Others go to mountains and caves to take a vow of silence or poverty. Our parents' 200 square meter two-story home is the nest of love and happiness of people from all walks of life invited or joining our immediate parents/children. We are cramped in 3 rooms with bath facility at the second and ground floor of wood concrete with planted fruit/vegetable and coconut trees at the backyard to add to food supply. You hear laughter and joy as we gather in early morning 5 to 6 a.m. for work, school, or weekend outing while we sip our hot ginger brew or coffee with banana and pan. Each one assist to find work or simply live with us to study in local universities/colleges as our city turned out to be a mecca for barrio folks and small town residents. We find ways to help others. Philippine Taipans make Lucena City training centers. Ascended masters call it service to others, stow with little priority on service to self. STS altruism or vow are reasons of this behavior. I find it odd for my family and myself. We live our lives helping others as a norm of living. These values are imprinted in their/our brains deep within our souls. Amended dictum of truth. Apparently the dictum of New Age 21st century 3D is find ways first to help oneself, raise enough material, physical wealth, and spiritual wisdom for oneself family before altruism comes along. Share the fruits of your labor, let it flow to humanity is now true to the very, very rich, the new definition of sainthood of poverty and silence, the former are control mechanisms of the dark. The poor gets poorer and the rich gets richer. Be poor and that is noble as it is a virtue to be poor, now obsolete thinking. You can't help the majority of people if you are poor as darkness taught. Today is effortless abundance. Meaning? Everything is energy that flows, goes through our human bodies with photonic, violet golden fire of light and green light of immunity grid absorbed by our bodies that overflow continuously to humanity. Call in effortless abundance for an infinite creator being, that is what and who you are the moment you realize it. You are love, a fragment of source. But again this is true at the 5th dimension. Conflicting. How to tie up the different interpretations of past eons with the new age of awakening and knowing is a question of truth in whatever dimension we are in, the 3rd to the 10th planes where truth is interpreted differently as the norm in each one is different for each plane. The past however is laid down by darkness, made suffering and pain a norm. We learned there is another word for truth like integrated truth and honesty, wonderful vocabulary. At 3D we have physical bodies, illusionary and at 5th D, we are crystalline light, at the 6th D, with pure light bodies and the 7th the equivalent of our dream dimension, of powers beyond imagination of people living at 3D reality, telepathy, transparency, translocation, integrated honesty. The truth for each plane of reality may differ as we may understand them, this moment. Do not push hard, we run short of wisdom. Past lives incarnate. Look past to our lives in caves and mountains, find your incarnate life took a vow of silence and poverty similar to altruistic vows of monks of the mountains of Tibet. Accumulation of wealth is unnecessary as their modes of living are what was taught by our ancestry during those past linear time as they are song to the deity or to God. Affirmations release you from soul commitments, now where vows flow into your soul spirit imprinted to present world of wonders. Affirm, release and erase your vows intently for a change to the new norm of the 21st century. Your old altruistic vows are outlived, turned to obsolescence, they do not apply to world of space exploration thence to a world of universal consciousness. Gone are the days of caves and mountains, oceans and seas, as the people who seeded darkness are gone and swept to sinkholes. We are going to the universe of different consciousness. Your success and growth cannot be hindered by obsolete vows where you should be free to pursue better ways of helping humanity. You are no longer controlled by darkness. Yes, there are better innovative ways and silence and poverty are not one of them. At original Earth live effortless abundance, transparency and pure love. Realization of here, now, and knowing. Here and now is realization of unconditional love and intelligent energy together and knowing that you are love. I am love, we are love, and in unity and collective consciousness love flows to all beings, to Mother Earth and humanity. Christ consciousness message is always unconditional love. Enter the portal to original Earth, overlight your own portals at your regions as star seeds and planetary ascension teams have done it in North, South America, and Europe. Remember, volunteers raise Gaia to a higher consciousness and you are prepared to enter these portals. We are at the first step of original Earth and we have opened in unity and love several portals on the planet through dedicated ascension teams. This is happening at the 21st century, the linear time of releasing and renouncing our old vows of poverty. Whatever vows that hinder our growth and desire to help others are done, released, erased from our memories, otherwise there is a need to come back to time and change the vows from the very start. Stankoff Thompson are spiritual human twin beings who jump-start portals on Earth with their teams. Everything is now, this moment, the last second is past history, and you can go back in time and erase things that limits your growth of helping others. Design and make your song, affirmation, and daily prayer of release of undesirable dark vows you took before. The time is now, change. Linear times changed. We reiterate love and assistance like that of Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Warren Buffett did, and other Asian greats who love their brethren. They donate their accumulated wealth, save a little for heirs, to everything that will change and improve the lives of men. In billions of dollars we labor to pay our taxes. This never happened in the history of humans. From education, to health, to cure of diseases and the psychological studies of humanity, all these are the subject of donors that never happened in the olden, middle, or the ages of dark kings, queens, popes, bishops, emperors and rajas. The Japanese young tourists wept as they saw Filipino women, making them unwanted for killing their mates during World War II. Like the Germans, they are conquerors and colonizers who desired wealth and plunder culture, raided treasuries of the conquered and destroy proven knowledge of the ages and of source all that island. They perpetuate it to the 21st century as terrorism and wars still flourish, their last stand as their dark masters are driven out of the planet. USA and the Western world are now destroying knowledge at the Middle East/Europe. This moment, release vows that hinder your growth, our desire to help others, and together we are unified to uplift and raise Gaia to 5D. Be a part of the Ascension team. Love and Light. Angel V. Ornedo Jr. About the author, Angel shares acts of love, light, and unity consciousness. With capitalists, created livelihood in industrial estates in Southeast Asia, Middle East. Link with him at ornedojr@gmail.com or connect at Barnes & Noble, Slibris and Amazon.com. Knowing the Infinite Creator, a basic story of love and abundance. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Universal Channeling, channeling the conscious universe.